So Meg Hutchins is going to start forward for the Pies, so too Chloe Malloy. So already the coach has swung some changes, and a free for a push off the ball. It's going to be a free to Collingwood's Bernardi. Usually a defender. She trained as a forward over summer, and that's a beautiful kick to Malloy. No, it's Mo Hope backing back bravely.
To start that play, they've got to shut that down.
Well, what a start this would be in front of a few thousand fans, and Hope, well, nervous.
Courtney Gum, who sends the Giants inside 50 for the first time this afternoon. Running back Morgan, picked up by Jacinda Barclay. Hand pass over the top towards Hicks, immediately wrapped up in a huge tackle by Sophie Casey to force a stoppage. Jodie Hicks and Casey going.
In the blustery conditions, we'll do it early on. Here's Randall kicking, looking for her teammate McWilliams, who has collided heavily.
Line up this afternoon due to a variety of reasons. Alicia Eva throws it on the boot, knows his ground pretty well, and a holding free kick has been paid by the umpire, and the Giants will have their first opportunity to kick for goal. She turns 27 today, so this for an early birthday present at Olympic Park Oval, and you can see the breeze take that from right to left, and the Pies are off and running. Tesserero in front, beautifully crumbed by Britt Benici. She's got a mountain of space in front of her. Didn't quite get the kind bounce. She still gets around her opponent, throws it on the boot, and throws it through for a goal.
The last touch rule, so brush, kick for Bar, really makes her stretch. Here goes Bernardi, she's in a rich vein of form. She takes them on, she has a bounce, she goes for home, she misses.
So the Pies with a handy goal as we head towards the end of this first quarter. Giants a little sloppy and the turnover prevails. Barton in the right forward pocket towards goal for another major. This time it's just off to the left.
That's for the Giants. It's a risky kick. It hangs in the air. Bernardi throws herself at it. Then she's tossed aside like a rag doll. It's picked up by Tully, who kicks it looking for Beeson. Beeson was clever on the outside of the boot. Chiocci gets there. Can she keep it in play? Right up against the boundary line. Kicks backwards for a bit of safety. And the mark by Ross. Ross flicks it wide. Will it sit here for Grant? She's got the leg speed. Tries to beat Beeson to the ball. Now a 2-on-2. Beeson gets there. In fact, it's Faruja rather, and then Grant takes it to ground, and it was taken high.
The boot up towards the half-forward line. Bounce important, and it suited the Giants in the end. And that kick, unfortunately, from Brush, out of bounds on the full lane for the Alicia Eva Cup this afternoon at Olympic Park Oval. As the Pies, through King, try to nestle their way forward. Edwards, hand pass opens up to the skipper. Chiocci round the body. That is a special effort from the skipper.
So from outside range, you would think. Gives it off to her teammate in Malloy, who sends it long. It's a bouncing ball, but not bouncing the right way.
Well, 3 in a row by the Giants as they go up towards the half-forward line. 4 wasn't quite enough. And McIntosh, after a lovely one-handed pickup, gets a high free kick.
Hey, because 2 goals, 3, a swirly breeze did make things difficult.
Class shown by the Giant. Big one-on-one here. Renee Forth and Grant. Both players went to ground. Forth dived on top of the ball. Umpire didn't pay a free kick in the end. She dived on it. And holding the ball is called against Renee Forth.
So Renee Forth, Lauren, one of their marquees last year. Oh, big collision in the air. That was Gum putting her body on the line with Chiocci. Both got up quickly. Gum then lands another fierce tackle. King's down there trying to get it out. It'll be held in. Renee Forth didn't play last year after tearing her ACL on the eve of the season, but she was one of their marquees, yet to get a touch. Going to launch it, and with the sit was Malloy. Now at ground level, McIntosh, was she taken high? Umpire throws his arms up and he says play on. Quick hurried kick from Lambert. Will it get the distance? No, it's punched through by Ellie Brush.
And so is Renee Forth. And now she can send the Giants inside 50. This is a beautiful passage of play. Staunton, we've seen her kick one great running goal. The banana around the body this time couldn't get it to go, but you saw on that occasion.
Tully pounces, sends it back inside 50. Picking it up was Barclay, firing off the handball, down pass. Also Hicks involved. Now Eva. Eva sends it to the goal square. McWilliams with the sit. Couldn't quite grab it cleanly. And the Pies now through King. Smothered by McKinnon. Straight through the legs. It was almost tunnel ball there for Chloe Malloy. And then she's a little frustrated. Gets down 2 in the draft last year. Big Bash cricketer wants to give it off by hand to Eva. Under pressure now, just forced to kick it high. McWilliams from behind, she flies. Can't quite pull it down. Bernardi gets it out of the danger zone. And McKinnon stretching down low for a tall player. That was a great mark. The true centre half forward. She's just going to bomb it. Blaze away, Duffin in front. McWilliams misjudges it at the back. Ferrugia's lurking, so too Barclay. It's an interesting kick by the Collingwood defender, and it's been soccered through, but Staunton misses. Can they inflict some damage? Still searching for their first goal. She barrels it to Barclay, who marks. Now, there's no one forward. Oh, she just blazed away. Great smother by Morgan. Here comes Staunton again. She's been threatening and threatening. She puts it on the right, and she misses.
For the day, she's looking inboard to try and pass it off. Now settles on distance. So not a bad effort from Jacinda Barclay, but Emma King, last line of defence, punches it through for a minor.
Looking to get some reward for effort. It's Ferrugia. Big fly from behind was Duffin. Staunton again, trying to work her way out of traffic. Kick wasn't great. Somehow it finds its way to Schmidt, who goes the banana and across the face.
Be a fair effort. She'll kick from 53 metres out. Makes good contact. Distance is not an issue at all. In the meantime, the Giants, for the first time, will have to rebound from their defensive 50. As Tully gave off the hand pass. Mark dropped by Barr. Hope off to Malloy. Here's an opportunity. Kiyoshi just couldn't quite grab it cleanly below her knees. Now Bernardi. Giants want holding the ball. Don't get it. Kiyoshi for a second banana goal. Last line of defence, Jess Dalpos saves the day for the Giants. This side this afternoon. Kick though from defence, straight down the throat of Morgan. Now the Pies can try and send it back inside, but the Giants arrive at the right time to force a stoppage.
Staunton's caught one high here. It was an elbow to the face, and she appears to be in a bad way. Yeah, the right elbow flush on the top of the nose there for Cora Staunton. They're just going to try and stop the flow of the bleeding here. There'll be a break in play. Sophie Casey it was. And of course, looked accidental when you see it right from the top, Lauren, but she was involved in that incident with Meg Downey last year where she knocked Meg Downey out and copped a suspension a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's difficult to comment. Obviously, at this point, it's a head-high hit, and Sophie had that issue with Meg Downey in her elbow last year. So ideally, Cora Staunton's okay, and play continues on.
So she's going to walk right on the other side of the ground. So it's going to be a long walk off. And you would think that that will be an issue that Michael Christian will have a look at tomorrow as part of that new match review system. Dana Cox, the Crows defender, was reported yesterday for striking. So he'll be in the office nice and early, Ben, tomorrow.
Inboard was very, very dangerous, and the Giants could pounce. Kick over the top towards Schmidt. She's got time to pick up, time to assess, and time to slot GWS's first goal.
Schmidt, and a really, really nice finish.
They've had one more scoring shot than the Pies, but find themselves down by 4. Oh, Ferrugia went in with the hip there. Players remonstrating in front of Barton. Kiyoshi put her head over the ball as Ferrugia came in. The two skippers colliding. Bit of push and shove. Tully, Tesserero from both sides getting involved. Player back underway. And the Giants with the momentum. Ferrugia sends it inside 50. McWilliams just out of her hands. Barclay keeps it alive though. Schmidt for his second goal in the quarter. This would be an effort, and it is a magnificent effort at that. 2 goals for Schmidt.
It is for GWS, and we can see with the stats there, they've been able to put their disposal efficiency back to 60%.
Barclay, the leaper in the pack, and then Malloy at ground level goes the fend off, and it works. We've seen that a few times with Malloy. And now linking up along the outer side. McIntosh tackles, affects the kick.
Advice here and there, and I'm supposed to be on the bench keeping control on the bench and making sure the girls are calm after we just kicked another goal there, but sometimes they get carried away.
Just goes long and strong, and waiting at the back was Tesserero. So Lauren Tesserero, has she got the distance in her legs? She has, but not the accuracy. Moving forward, another inside 50 entry, another whistle off the ball, and it'll be a free kick, bit of push and shove. No. So it's play on. I think there was a bit of confusion last season. In fact, it was 6 from 7 games. Directly in front to get the Pies within 1 point. And they're back in it, the home team.
In a great effort to force the ball to ground level. Bernardi, one-on-one with Forth, dives on the ball. Players from both teams converge. Umpire says, holding the ball.
Swanson. On that long lead was Schmidt, really first forced to work for it. It was Randall. In the meantime, Lambert, who's a classy player, keeps it in front. How does it bounce in the pocket here? A chance for Hope. She goes the banana. It's bouncing, curling, rolling through for a goal. And Hope, Mo Hope enjoyed that one. It's been a tough year, but she breaks through for her first goal of the season.
She's copped a pretty heavy defensive job from Pepper Randall all day, and you know the difference in the better players in the competition.
What a time. And Benici, who's been one of their best today, tries to get them going forward. Tully has something to say about that. Now, downfield free kick. Play was dealt with after the ball was disposed of, so Eva will be the recipient.
Defensively, a long bomb. Unable to control it was Ross. Going to ground was Lambert. That's holding the ball. It'll be a Giants free. Seconds ticking down. We're in the final minute here. Can they score a late one and get themselves back in front? They trail by 5 points. Ellie Brush needs a mark. Staunton's there, but King's standing tall in the pack.
Oh, I don't envy her at this point, Sarah. Those ones don't sit nicely. So hopefully she's able to play out the game. I'll be able to convert here.
So McKinnon and King, neither really wins it to advantage. Staunton tried the toe poke, wasn't effective. Fired out the handball to Gum with a quick snap. Oh, Courtney Gum! How much did she enjoy that?
The perfect birthday present would be a GWS win. McWilliams couldn't gather cleanly. She ran into the legs there of Emma Grant and then dived on top of the ball. Umpire gives her a reprieve.
I've really enjoyed watching the Giants today, and I don't want to sound overly critical, but you can see there's a one-on-one marking.
Pies have the numbers. Lambert clears, but only momentarily. Third intercept for Courtney Gum.
50.
And a 50-metre penalty.
Because she just stole the footy out of her hands.
36-year-old Courtney Gum won the inaugural Sandford Women's League Best and Fairest last year. Already got 1 goal in this final quarter. Make that 2. And the Giants have a handy buffer now.
The roles that each of them are playing in this quarter are very similar. Malloy's playing as somewhat a spare defender, and she's picking off the...
Often in support, running hard. Opportunity for the Pies. Left foot to Hope is excellent. Looking for the 50 and getting the 50. Already has 1 goal. And her second goal reduces the margin to 1 point at Olympic Park Oval.
This 50-metre penalty, look, there may have been a bit of extra salt and pepper.
She'll centre it towards the danger spot. Barclay from behind. Punched away from her. Putting her head over the ball on that occasion was Beeson. Feeds it out towards Eva. Pies have the numbers. Edwards and Ross combine. Bounce important here for Garner, but it went past her. Clean from Barden. And a free kick has been pulled out. Looks like deep inside the forward 50 for GWS, and a crucial turnover off the ball, and the Giants will have a free kick, but none would be more crucial than this one. For a 7-point lead, Jacinda Barclay. Beautiful finish, and the Giants are up by 7.
Ella McConnell brought in this year, gives it to Randall, kicks long to a contest, they fly, and McWilliams has taken an absolute great marking space, the Giants. They lead it by 7 on the approach. Tough angle. Oh, and the visitors take a giant leap towards their first win in 2018.
Seen any better so far this season. And to finish like that when you're cramping heavily, we know she's not...
Didn't kick a goal in the first quarter. But a sweet win this afternoon for the GWS Giants. They're on the board in 2018.
The GWS Giants have broken through for their first win of the season. They've played impressive footy this year, but until now hadn't been able to nail the win. They're going to enjoy this. Plenty of smiles there and plenty of smiles on the face of Alicia Eva, who's been kind